This is kvci.blogspot.com or Boston G.B.R. on YouTube. I just came up from Valdosta, Georgia, and I'm up in Atlanta, Georgia. I came up with the president of the NAACP, Lee Touch, and her husband. And I'm now over at my brother's house, Charles Ezekiel Rhymes, and my mother, and we thought we'd cut a clip because I want you all to listen to my brother up here in Atlanta. He has views concerning the political arena. Tonight we have a banquet at the, what's the name of the motel?
Marquis.
The Marquis Motel. Lee Touch and her husband will join us there tonight. But my beautiful brother Charles have varying views on the political arena. My brother, what do you think about the presidency of Barack Obama today in comparison to other presidents and how he's being treated?
I think he's a great president. He needs our support. He needs the Black Caucus support and the rest of the Democratic Party and all of our country. All of us need to get behind the president, not demonizing and calling all kind of names. But just being supportive of Democrat and Republican, independents and all of it.
Being the state of our nation today, how do you see our nation in terms of the world view? In other words, do you think that President Barack Obama personality or just him being president, do you think it made America look better around the world or worse? How do you think?
Well, I think our image in America is great. You look great around the world compared to not taking anything away from
any of
the president trying to beat them down. But I think our image in the world, especially past 8 years, it was pretty low.
Pretty low, yes, sir.
But I think the rest of the world are looking up to America for leadership, for democracy, and we just want to make sure that democracy is here in America, because a lot of things I see, it doesn't look good.
Don't look good. On the world stage, I have already cut a clip, and while I was down in Valdosta, Charles, this is my brother. This is my only brother, by the way, to all of you who know me and you've seen so many clips by me. He's 5 years my senior, and beyond doubt, he's the wisest of the two of us, and the smartest. And I say that without reservations. I learned a lot from him, as well as how to stay out of jail, because he always did the right thing, and if he didn't, he tried to make that the base for his place and his state. Thanks to Eliza Bright and my mama, our mother, Evelina. Charles, when you witnessed the murder or the execution of Troy Davis, did you have an opinion on that in the state of Georgia? Do you have an opinion on it?
Yeah, my opinion was the evidence was shaky, and it wasn't beyond a reasonable doubt.
Absolutely.
And I feel, I mean, my person, I feel bad about it. I mean, I feel like, you know, I would be pulling this weight.
Wow.
Man, I wish something I could do to bring out justice.
Yes, sir.
Make sure that justice was served. I don't believe justice was served.
What do you think Al Sharpton and Edward DuBose, the president of the state of Georgia, are seeking to use that death as a driving force to address the ills in the judicial system and to rid Georgia altogether of the death penalty? What do you think about that? You think that's a good idea, bad idea? What?
I think it's a good idea. Well, you know, and I don't want to be, you know, show partiality, but it's just too many black people, black men, black
in particular,
in particular, the ratio of blacks is, I mean, it seems that most of blacks are going to the electric chair.
Yes, sir.
Or being
executed.
Death penalty, being executed. And but we America is a nation, civilized nation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we look, I mean, we
We're looking barbaric.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was looking at North Korea.
Yes, sir.
And the leader there, Kim, the dictator there, anyway, the way he murdered his people, you know, and I compared it to North Vietnam, North Korea leader, a dictator there, you know, the way they minister justice there, and we seem to be administering justice in America the same way. And it's just, it's time for change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was one of the major things that President Barack Obama used during his campaign. It's time for change. I hear Cornel West, I hear Tavis Smile and others criticize the president, saying he's failing in his in the campaign platform in terms of what he laid out on agenda. What do you think about it? Do you have any views about that? And why at it? What do you think about Hannity and those who come out against the president regardless of whatever he tried to do?
Well, not only Cornel West and Travis Smile and the Black Caucus, some of
yes,
the Black Caucus. President Obama, the first black president of the United States, and I look at President Obama. They say he was raised by his mother was a white woman, and his grandparents raised him with the white. But President Obama seemed as if he was, I mean, where he conducted himself, when he carried himself, he seemed as if he was raised up in the Black South. He has the attitude of the way I was brought up. You know, you had to walk home, you had to be
yes, sir.
meet, you know, to get anywhere because of the white oppressor.
Yes, sir.
And so Jackie Robinson, when he went into baseball, Jackie Robinson had to be a homer. He had to be meat. He couldn't.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He couldn't. In order for Jackie Robinson to get to the point where he is, Jackie Robinson had to be meat. Jackie Robinson had to be humble. Jackie Robinson had to conduct himself in a way he could make it through baseball. So, and so, not only Jackie Robinson, I look at Henry Aaron. How these guys were meek and how they were humble. They couldn't say what they thought they should say. Now, we come from a long way, from segregation to where we at now today, but there's still a lot more that need to be done. Racism is still here. Racism is still present. And Barack Obama can't do what the other president done.
Yes, sir.
I know they say he should come with drop the hammer down, be forthful in his administration. In his administration or in his leadership.
In leadership.
But Obama's opened up a door. Obama opened up a door for the next black president.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And see, like Jackie Robinson opened the door for a black player.
Yes, sir.
Black player don't have to go no longer go through what Jackie Robinson went through, what Henry Aaron going through.
Right. Somebody got to lay the foundation.
Right.
In fact, and YouTubers, this to me, this is why I don't have time to criticize Jesse Jackson.
Right.
Jesse Jackson was a forerunner for Barack Obama.
Right.
Al Sharpton was a forerunner. Shirley Chisholm was also a forerunner for President Barack Obama. Yeah. And so that's what my brother is saying. And I think that's a pretty good flavor, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Pretty good flavor. Another thing, since you along those lines, as far as the Islamic world, how do you think the Islamic world is viewing America with the president that we have?
Well, I think President Obama has opened the door, you know, for democracy and for this Islamic world to want democracy. I think people, the Islamic world want to be free, and democracy has to live up to what it preached and what it said it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
America had to. We got along with democracy. I mean, we preach democracy. The government ought to keep binding people, but we're a long way from it. But we set an example. We're an example to the rest of the world. I believe people in China want to be free.
Yes, sir.
I believe the people in North Korea want to be free.
Yes, sir.
I believe the people in Iran want to be free. But we as Americans, you know, we had to stand up for what is for freedom, you know, and being able to speak out freely, you know, and you know, and let us continue, Lord, to stick together as Americans, you know, and let's quit tearing one another down, you know.
Right.
But building one another for we have a great country, no doubt about it. And everybody should be a part of the political process.
Yes.
And nobody left out.
Let's go back to what you said about the president in that the president he can't do what you and I do out here because the eyes of the world is on him.
Right.
And you also talk about him paving the way for others. You know, when we were being brought up, you look back today at what my grandmother told told both of us not to look at a white woman.
Yeah.
If we see a white woman walking on the left side or on the right side of the street, go to the left. Whether she thought that was right or not, she was concerned about her grandchildren, her grandboys in particular. And so she was reacting to what needed to be done in order for us to grow up to be a man to even fight for civil rights, wouldn't you say? She knew what, just like the things that she told us. Some families probably wouldn't have brought their grandchildren up like that, but she told us because she knew what had happened to other people who went against that, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, well, we brought up, and that, you know, the way I brought up, it helped me today. It helped me, I retired from my job for 35 years, but even on the job, you know, a lot of things I wanted to say, I couldn't say. I had to be meek and humble, you know, in order that I have a job.
Yes, sir.
And the principles that you were taught, and some kind of way it was still in Barack. You know, I don't know how he got there. I don't know whether it's some a gift God put in him to be meek and to be humble, to wait and think over what he's gonna say before he speaks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, he chooses his
words carefully.
Words carefully.
Yes, sir.
And he for the black president, that's what he have to do. He won't last no time.
That's right.
I mean, we throwing stuff out there saying he ought to be more forceful. He ought to be on the attack. But he'd been gone if he had took that approach.
And we'll find out that, and we're gonna close this out. This is gonna be clip one. But we also, when you look back at Dr. King and what Dr. King went through, they fought him every way because number one, he talked about nonviolence. You had Stokely Carmichael and others, were talking about burn, baby, burn, etc., etc. But Dr. King came up with the philosophy of Jesus, and that was through nonviolence, peace, love, and understanding. And so, and although some of the other leaders who taught the violence aspect of moving forward was not as successful as Dr. King nor Jesus.
Well, you know, we've never been where all of us been probably dead. A lot of black blood that have been shed following I'm not in McAleen's.
Right.
But
there was a place for him in the scene.
Right. See, you know, all these guys, I'm not knocking these guys.
Go ahead, listen.
It's cut off though.
The light cut off? Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna hit flips.